7万多了。
刷了7万多。
对，7万多。
那个女的的号码拿到了吗？
没拿到。
你本身做什么工作的？
本来我是那个地板厂上班。
做什么的？
搬运工，打杂。
收入多少？
一个月4000。
This is Mr. Lee complaining to the reporter. According to Lao Li, he is no longer young and is often teased by some friends. Later, he saw a dating app in a mobile ad and downloaded it.
你要是那个要充金币，充金币就是用钱去充买那个金币视频聊天。
Video chat distance. Mr. Lee said he fell in love with a beauty on this app. She is beautiful and, most importantly, has a hot body, so he wanted to have a good relationship with her. However, due to the platform, chatting is charged. The helpless Mr. Lee had to recharge money for the software every time. In the end, he spent all of his savings and couldn't even get the other person's contact information. Then, under the reporter's suggestion, he contacted the platform's customer service, but the other party seemed to deliberately avoid Mr. Lee's topic, which made Lao Li very upset, so he thought about calling the police. But the police said this isn't a scam and it's not easy to handle, so they asked Lao Li to communicate with the platform first. Later, during communication with the other party, when Mr. Lee asked if the other party was a scammer, customer service responded that they are a legitimate software and that all the money recharged in China is decided by them. Later, after the reporter's investigation, they found the location of this company and suggested that Mr. Lee report the matter to the local police. What do you, the viewers, think about this? Feel free to leave a comment to discuss. This case is not isolated, and the topic is extremely relevant. Mr. Chen, 38 years old, a resident of Zhongbei, is a single man who struggles to find a partner due to a mild intellectual disability. About a year ago, he came across a dating website called Encontro, which promised more women than men and claimed that, after a free registration, he could quickly find a partner through online chat. They told me I could meet a girl and we would get married, Mr. Chen said, immediately registering on the platform, eager for the opportunity. He quickly began chatting with various unknown women, but one of them, named Yuan, stood out. She was sweet, attentive, and her words made Mr. Chen feel as though he was 80% in love with her. He became completely obsessed and wanted to keep talking to her. What Mr. Chen didn't know was that, to continue the chat, he would have to constantly recharge his account on the platform according to the time spent chatting. I talked to her until the 6th day, and she asked me to recharge to keep talking for the next 7 days, he explained. Every minute of conversation required him to add about 20 yuan. Unknowingly, Mr. Chen spent over 3 months interacting with Li Huan, spending money as if it were nothing. In total, he spent about 80,000 yuan. To put it in perspective, that means he recharged 4,000 times in 100 days. That's 40 recharges per day. Yes, you read that correctly. He spent all his hard-earned money. But in the end, Mr. Chen discovered that Li Huan had no intention of marrying him. She refused his request to meet offline and never provided her phone number or address. What was even more surprising was that she steadfastly refused to add Mr. Chen on any other dating apps. The only place they could talk was on the dating platform, never on WeChat, never anywhere else. When Mr. Chen tried to find her again, she simply disappeared. I'm a person with a disability, and it's very hard for me to make money, he confessed. Feeling deceived, Mr. Chen tried to reach out again, but received no more responses. He was left wondering whether Li Huan was a man or a woman, or if she simply switched accounts on the platform to continue deceiving others. Suspicious that something was wrong, Mr. Chen finally reported the case to the police. After the police intervention, the platform refunded 28,000 yuan. But during the interview with the reporter, when trying to call the customer service number Mr. Chen had been in contact with, the number was always unavailable. The call was redirected to voicemail, and the user was always unavailable. After all this, Mr. Chen said, "It feels like it was all a nightmare. Online love is very illusory. Don't be fooled by it. Don't believe anything online." I hope everyone follows the proper channels for dating, a story that makes us reflect on the dangers of dating platforms and the vulnerability of people like Mr. Chen, who seek a genuine connection but end up falling victim to a scam.
You often see these kinds of videos while browsing. Come on. Things you wouldn't dare say in real life. Here. You can say them all. Come on. No sick texts. You can also have video chats with the moon. Come on. When I saw this kind of video, as a single dog, didn't you feel really excited? If you did, then you're right. Otherwise, how would I trick you out of your money? Now let's go to the next app. Let's see what the situation is. We open the App Store. Search for chat apps. Wow. I didn't know there were so many. At least hundreds of chat apps to install. We won't do anything. Let's wait a few minutes to see what happens. I just downloaded it, and 2 minutes later, a woman started messaging me. Look, brother. Are you in Chengdu now? Where are you from? What are you doing, brother? Looks like I still have a lot of charm. Anyway, let's chat first and see what happens. Chatting doesn't cost anything. So many girls messaging me. Feels like I'm 20 again. So many girls flirting with me. How can I resist? I'm so popular. Ha ha ha. But the chat is still pretty normal. We looked at the profiles of these women who were chatting. Basically, they are all young. They just want to find a man. It's that simple. A beautiful woman sent me a voice message. Let's hear what she says. Hi. Why are you playing this? Are you looking for friends or a partner? What did you do in the morning and evening? Then she asked me to meet her. The location was Longzimeng Hotel at the East Station Square. What does this mean? She directly told me the hotel address. Impressive. She asked for my WeChat, but said come here. So we agreed to see if we could meet tomorrow morning. This woman is interesting. I wanted to find some mental stimulation in this interaction. Mental stimulation. That's interesting. How will this stimulation go? She wants my QQ number? Actually, there are many victims online sharing their experiences of being scammed. If they ask for your QQ number, first, add the QQ number. Then they send you a mini program to install. Do you know what this mini program does? It steals your phone's communication records and contacts. If nothing unexpected happens, soon after, they'll want you to chat with them. And the chat will mostly be a naked conversation. So they can record the video, and later use the video to threaten you. If you don't transfer money, they'll send this message to everyone in your contact list. Many people, because they have families or girlfriends, are forced to transfer money. They exploit this feeling of guilt in people, and repeatedly succeed in getting what they want. Now, after 5 minutes of chatting, I can't chat anymore. I need to recharge. This is also one of the ways these apps make money. A woman made an appointment to meet me tomorrow morning at a hotel. Tomorrow morning, let's see what happens. Let's see how she responds. Now, it's the second morning. Let's see if we can meet. I made the appointment, and her response was, "Why didn't you show up?" I said I would be there in 10 minutes. She immediately replied, "Aren't you working?" "I'm here, where are you?" "Okay." Now her response was, "I'm at work, wasn't it supposed to be great?" And this is the chat app. That's basically the routine. At first, chatting was free. But after a few minutes, you need to recharge. Once you download this app, a lot of women start messaging you, making you think you're really popular. While chatting with dozens of people for a few minutes, you'll see your chat fees go up, and you have to recharge. The second scheme is using nude chatting to scam, which infects your phone with a virus, stealing your communication records, and then starts the naked chat, forcing you to transfer money to them, always using provocative language, and even sending you the hotel's location, making you wait until tomorrow. While in the meantime, they keep chatting, consuming your time and money. Up until now, I've seen dozens of people messaging me. This is the very obvious way this chat app makes money. So, don't think that something for free is going to fall from the sky. If you were truly special, in real life, many women would be surrounding you. But online, under these virtual conditions. Only losers, only single dogs, fall for these cheap tricks. So, if you know your worth, and understand that in the real world, nothing comes for free, you will never be deceived.
网络聊天真假难辨，另一方到底是
Online conversations are hard to distinguish between true and false. Is the other person really interested in making friends, or do they have different intentions? A man encountered a situation where he was scammed during an online chat. While browsing the internet on his phone, suddenly an advertisement popped up. He, curious, clicked and discovered it was a link to download a dating chat app. Out of curiosity, he downloaded it. Soon, several chat messages appeared. The man became interested in the app and chose one of the chats to start talking. The person on the other side used various persuasion techniques to attract him and, step by step, managed to hook him. This man was eager to get the person's contact information, but she said the phone number would be automatically blocked by the platform, and that to obtain the number he would need to give gifts, increase intimacy to unlock the conversation. She made up various excuses, like asking him to recharge in exchange for diamonds, and use the diamonds to chat multiple times, eventually tricking the man into giving her money. In total, the man lost 16,000 yuan, and only then did he realize he had been scammed. The dating chat app was shut down for fraud. Additionally, some elderly people desperate to find companionship are easily deceived by sweet words from scammers. One case involved a lady who met a young man online, and after a few chats both seemed satisfied. The young man even called her adoptive mother. In reality, it was a trap set by him, and the lady had never met him in person. The young man knew how to exploit the lady's emotional vulnerability, and in various ways he asked for money, tricking her for 7 years. She transferred more than 600,000 yuan to him. When the lady filed a report, the young man had already disappeared. This kind of scam in dating apps is quite common, so it's important to stay vigilant. Be careful with online friendships. Never let someone deceive your heart and empty your wallet. For elderly people seeking affection, scammers take advantage of their emotional vulnerability. Did you get it?
现在约炮软件已经升级换代了啊！当你下载安装
Now, the dating apps have been upgraded. When you download and install the app and enter it, it will add you to a successful dating group. Inside this group, they constantly share updates, and some of the dating images are quite inappropriate. They will also add you to a non-member group, where they share some screenshots of people who have paid for memberships, and they try to convince you to become a member, sending tempting videos to make you lose control and pay for the subscription. At this point, the second master will ask you which city and district you're from, and once you tell him, he will say that he will show you a selection of girls near you, and will send you a list of over 20 people for you to choose from. For example, when you choose number 1, they will send you photos of her daily life, personal selfies, and videos, creating a feeling that this person is so real, as if she is a real girl close to you, making it hard to escape. Then, he will say, "Look, you chose the girl. Are you happy with her? Check out her daily photos. She's radiant, very beautiful. And if you pay for the membership, you can book appointments on our platform for months. After you pay for the membership, the trick changes." He says that, coincidentally, the company is having an anniversary event, where you could win prizes, like an extended 6-month membership or a free meeting service. When you participate in the company's anniversary event, there's an order completion page, kind of like gambling games, like guess the number or make bets. When you complete the first task, for example, guessing 300, they return 330, and they encourage you to keep going. Since you won the first time, they keep encouraging you to continue. If on the second time, you bet 600, they return 666. But on the third time, errors start happening, and you begin to realize you're investing more and more money, unable to recover what you spent. When you realize this and want to stop, they start threatening you. They show that you signed a purchase contract, and if you don't comply, they will sue you. or even call the police. They even show the official company stamp, along with the contract, to intimidate you. These are their latest tricks. And once they realize they can't get more money directly from you, they try to extort more with threats. These tricks work because, after adding you to the groups, they drive you crazy with constant updates. There's a members group and a non-members group, with bots and paid people helping, sending real photos and videos, which makes people involved and attracted. So, everyone, remember to stay away and never trust any dating apps.
I honestly can't understand how someone, in their right mind, could believe they'll find the perfect love or their soulmate on a dating app. The idea itself already sounds ridiculous, but it becomes even more unbelievable when we look at how it works in China. Over there, these apps take online dating to an almost surreal level. You actually have to pay just to chat with someone. And yet, people still fall for these schemes. Can you believe it? With just a little bit of critical thinking, it's clear that something is seriously wrong. Let's break it down. What real incentive do these apps have to help you find someone compatible? The answer is simple: none. If they genuinely helped you, they'd be digging their own grave as a business. These apps aren't designed to create lasting connections, they're designed to keep you stuck in an endless loop of attempts and frustrations, all to make sure you keep spending money. After all, why would they want to lose such a lucrative customer? And that's not even the worst of it. Beyond exploiting your desire to find someone, these apps are riddled with traps. There are fake profiles, bots programmed to keep conversations going, and even men pretending to be women to scam money. It's such an obvious scheme that it's shocking it still works. During my research, I came across countless cases reported on Chinese platforms. Men who spent small fortunes only to realize they were being manipulated. The story is always the same: false promises, raised expectations, and in the end, frustration. Now, stop and think. What really motivates people to use these apps? Do they genuinely believe they'll find love, or do they already know it's all superficial and fleeting? Most people, especially younger ones, seem to use these apps just for something quick and casual. That makes it even harder to understand those who use them with serious intentions. So, let me ask you, in your opinion, does it make any sense to invest time and money in these apps? Can you see any logic behind it? Share your thoughts in the comments, because I really want to understand how others perceive the situation. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. See you in the next video.